Greetings, Minecrafters. Nonsanity here, and this is a little short on storage. Something I've been doing lately is improving my storage options. One way I've done in the past is used functional storage, these drawers. As you can see here, I've got 132 of them. That's 11 wide by 12 tall. You can put into these 4 of these netherite storage upgrades, and now this will hold 2 billion. Let's put something in there. So now we can see, yeah, 2.1 billion of that item. That's a lot. That's sort of like the max, that's max int. That's how much you can store in a single basic number in a computer. You can have bigger numbers with more bits, but that number I recognize as a programmer. So by putting 4 netherite upgrades, you can store 2 billion of 132 items. And that's pretty good. Until you see this. This is sophisticated storage. Functional storage and sophisticated storage are in almost every mod pack these days. They're sort of like the spiritual successors of storage drawers and iron chests from the earlier days of mod packs when I started. There's always been a drawer mod and a upgradable chest mod. So this is sort of comparing them in costs. So you can have 132 of these, or you can have this, which is 12 across and 11 down, slightly different orientation, but the same number, 132. And if I put this Omega tier upgrade in here, it gives every slot in this chest storage of 2.1 billion. The same amount. So basically all of that fully upgraded, like I did this one here, would equal this single chest right here. And the nice thing about these is you could always plonk down another, though I think I have to take out the upgrade first. Take that out. Pop it down, the upgrade back in. Now that's twice as much storage. It doesn't take another of these upgrades as long as it, like I said, it can't be in there to link up a second chest. So put down double chests before you start filling them up, because you can't take this out if you have any slot with more than 64 in it. So you basically need an empty chest to take that out. So put down a double chest because it doesn't cost that much. And yeah, it costs a lot less resources. Let me get at my notes here. So this wall, fully upgraded with every one of them having 4 netherite upgrades, will take 15,840 gold, 15,312 diamonds, 11,616 copper, 2,112 planks, and 528 netherite. That's a lot of materials. The 528 netherite, that's a lot of netherite. This one, as a single, you can break it with the upgrade in there, that's fine. So the equivalent storage here takes only 217 netherite, so less than half. 224 diamonds, 224 gold, 228 iron, 12 planks, 8 logs, 1 redstone, and 1 stick. A whole lot less resources, and it takes up a whole lot less room. I'd say go with this. It's just so much easier. And then, like I said, for a little bit more, I mean, a lot of that was the cost of this upgrade. The chest itself is 1 netherite, 8 diamonds, 8 gold, 8 iron, 1 stick, 1 redstone, and 8 planks. So for just that much, you can double this. So just a little bit more, and you can double the storage here. And it even scrolls. You know, if I put something in here, you know, this is scrolling. It's a couple extra. 1, 2, 3, 4 extra rows that I can't see with my current screen size and UI resolution. So yeah, this is the way to go, not that. Though, functional storage does have some additional block types, the compacting drawers of a couple different sizes. It also has ones that have 2 items and 4 items per block, but that reduces the total. So if this is 2 billion in one, of one type for this single drawer, the double drawer cuts that in half for each of the 2 items, and the 4 cuts it in fourths. As far as the storage system, let me continue this in a second part. All right, I've set up a little crafting section here, so we can go ahead, and I've made 4 of these double oak netherite chests. Let's give them each their upgrade. So this is a lot of storage. Every slot is 2 billion, but because there's lots of non-stacking items that are unique, we have plenty of slots in these 4 chests. In a big pack with lots of different pieces and parts, especially lots of them are non-stacking, you know, armor bits and relics and doodads of all sorts, I'd probably want to double this to at least 8. That should probably be enough, but you can always add more. They're not that expensive. Once you can afford one, additional ones are not that expensive, as opposed to the big wall over there. All right, so what we're going to be using, if you don't recognize this material here, crystallized menril, is we're going to use integrated dynamics. For that, you're going to need to find a menril tree, which is usually a blue-leafed tree that's all by itself. You're going to chop that down, replant it, chop it down a few more times. You get these menril berries, you get menril logs, and you'll get some of these crystallized menril trunks, but not enough of these, because we need a lot of them. So we're going to make a few other pieces and parts. We need the squeezer, and when you place it, notice there's this notched channel in the front and back. I don't want it that way. I want it sideways, so the channels are running horizontally. So we want it to flow into this, the drying basin. Now these take wood and iron. This one also takes 2 black dye, so you need 2 squid ink, or whatever else in your pack can give you black dye. I'm also going to make a clock, because I want to make this automatic, and I've got 3 armor stands, which I need to place on top. Now this thing, let's pick up the clock for a moment. This thing, if you jump on it, blunk, blunk, blunk. See, it's going down. One more. Whoop. A little fast. Blunk. Oh, missed. There. It's all the way down. If you had a log in there, which I should have done, put a log in there. Now jump on it. 3, 4, 5. I missed one. 6. That squished the log and it flowed through that little slot into this drying basin, and now it is crystallizing. There it is. Right click, get it out. We have a block of crystallized menril, which we can break down into 9 of these menril chunks. Now you could just do that manually, use a lever to reset it, or if you want to make it a little bit automatic, put down a clock. Let's put some blocks up here. Let's do one more. And now take armor stands and put them on there. Oh, let's get them in sync. If you put a lever on the clock, it'll stop it. There we go. Now start. So now the 3 armor stands are enough weight to push it all the way down when they land. And when the clock goes off, it throws them back up in the air. So if I put a log in there, boom, it's squished in one go. I could put another one in there. It'll squish it into the liquid. You can see it's pooling down there because that's full. Now it's sort of pushed the liquid in, though there's the crystallized block in here. It won't crystallize the rest of the liquid until you take that one out. And if you put another block in, it'll squish the wood down, but it didn't juice it yet, not until there's room. Okay, there we go. And if you really want to get it fully automated, you can toss a hopper on there, and you'd probably want to hopper out of this to get the blocks as well if you want it fully automated. Placing it on the ground in this compact machine, I can't get underneath it. But you can use pipes or whatever else to pipe out of it as well. But I don't need a ton of these right now because I've already sort of pre-made a bunch of them. So let me finish off the last one there. Though I do want to get two pieces of glass. Let me put a piece of glass in here. Now that, with the liquid around it, will... Oop. Missed it. There we go. That will turn it into mineral glass, and I want two pieces of that. So turn that off. So the mineral will soak into the glass. There it is. So I've got two mineral glass. And I got a whole bunch of the blocks of mineralized crystal, which turn into these crystallized mineral chunks. So let's put this stuff away. And look at all the other things we need to make. So this is I'm going to go through making it so you can see how much resources this costs. So I got a little bit of paper and some of these chunks. That gets you, for each recipe, you get 24 of these variable cards. And you won't need that many, but it's good to have a few. You need some here. Let's see, let's get 4 of them there. To make these output transformers, we also need input transformers. These use sticky pistons. You'll need a few slime balls. You'll need some logic cable with just sticks and redstone with the mineral chunks. And you'll want to take some mineral chunks around a chest to get some of these item interfaces. And now we're going to start, let's see if I remember, is it this one? Static light panel, yes. So I want 2 static light panels. So we got the mineral berries. This is where the berries come into play. With some redstone, get 2 of those. Come over here, I want one of these in the middle and the 2 light panels we made. That gets us a display panel. All right. Display panel goes here. Yes. This is where we put the glass. And one of these in that direction, one of these in that direction, and we get a storage terminal. Storage terminal here. But now, this gives us a portable storage terminal. That gives us that. All right, good. So those 4 gives us this portable storage terminal, but we need to connect it to something. So we need to come back to this again. This is the most expensive part of what we're doing, because we need 16 ender pearls and 16 more berries. And we take 2 pearls and 2 berries, and you get proto-chorus. You can replace this with real popped chorus fruit. But that means going to the end. This gets you proto-chorus, which means you don't have to go to the end for this, so don't think that you do. And I'm going to pop those in there, and they're going to get squished. And it's going to take a whole bunch of them. I think like 7 of the 8 that I made, or maybe all 8. Maybe all 8. There we go. So we can turn that off. Let this liquid chorus solidify. Eventually, there it is. All right. break that down into crystallized coarse chunks. We need 1 diamond, 2 mineral chunks. We get 4 of these logic directors. All right. So now we're going to make some more parts here that I didn't have set up. We need logic cables and an output and an input. So logic cables, the input at the bottom, output at the top. And actually I need 2 of these. So these gives us monodirectional connectors, but we need to make them an omnidirectional cable. So we've got these 2, and we need these 2, and it was one of these in the middle. And that gives us 2 omnidirectional. All right. And these. We're ready. So we'll come over here to our chests, and we'll right-click these item interfaces, 1 onto each chest. 2 of these logic cables, and we'll stick the omnidirectional connector at the top. Then we right-click it with our remote. I'm going to put some stuff into some of these chests. And now you take the omnidirectional remote terminal, click it. When it comes up, you'll think, oh, there's nothing in it. But we have to go to item storage or item crafting, either one of these 2 tabs. Storage, you don't have a crafting table. This one, you do. And you probably want the crafting table. And there's the stuff in all of the chests. We can have 2 billion in each slot. And as you can see, there is a lot of slots. Can't even scroll this right now, but as it fills in, you can scroll it. We have a lot of storage. And this, you notice we're in a compact machine. If I now leave that compact machine, go out to my main world. This is the pack I'm playing right now. And, oh, because it's not chunk loaded. It does have to be chunk loaded, wherever it is. So let me go back into, whoops, that compact machine, and we'll go over these guys, and we will chunk load it. There we go. Let me just make sure that that is, yeah, this is in the right chunk. All right, now let's leave. And we'll right-click. There we can get it. We could go to the Nether. And in the Nether, it will still work. There's all our stuff. So this is working no matter where we are. It doesn't take any power. It has crafting. It has complete storage for all of our stuff. And it wasn't that expensive. And we have we have 8 times as much as that whole wall. Imagine doing that 8 times. You could fit it in there. But imagine how big that would be and how much more expensive it is. Yet don't use the drawers unless you have a real good reason to. Use sophisticated storage. And this is a great early game inventory system. I love it. It's my favorite. Integrated Dynamics is a very powerful mod, but it is rather complicated to learn to use. You can do just about any automation you can think of, and more that you can't, with this mod. But it is a high learning curve. So I wouldn't recommend it to be your end-all and be-all automated crafting system. It can do it. It can do anything, but you might want to use AE2 or refined storage. And there's no reason you can't do both, because you can come over here and slap some external storage buses for either of those other two storage mods on here and connect them up and have access both systems. So even before you can get interdimensional remote access, you can still use this one. I mean, once you've gotten interdimensional remote access with AE2 or refined storage, you can switch to that completely because that will also do auto crafting easily and so forth. But this, for the start, is great. And I tend to use it well into the packs. Now, if I put that away and then open up the one that I've got on me, here's my current storage for this pack. You can see I've got a lot of stuff in here, and I need to clean it out. I've got a lot of bows and fishing poles. Oh, I've got a automatic fishing. That's putting these in here. I'll have to get rid of those. Not about that, I had the fisher. My mob farm is a little bit smarter about not putting miscellaneous stuff like that in here. Now, when you make this thing, you get two of them. It's useful to note that with two of them, I can go into another dimension, like if I go into the mining dimension. Hop in the mining dimension here. And I've been running a quarry. It's been digging some big holes for me. Bit of a mess here. But you notice I put on my output chest. How is that getting these things? Interesting. Oh, probably because the other one, I don't know. I put the second one over here, and that links it to the main one. The two are connected to the same network. For my mob farm, go back out here, and I go down to my mob farm, which was supposed to be temporary, but I haven't replaced it yet. I made another pair of these. One is attached to the mob farm's output chest. And then my storage, which is just these 7 drawer chests over here. You see they've got connections in the back, but I've got 3 of them now. One of them is the one that my remote and the quarry is attached to. Another one is attached to my mob farm, and this third one is attached into my farm, which is in this compact machine. So you can connect multiples, and again, they don't take any power. Just make these in pairs and connect one of each pair to your main network and the other one to any remote location, and it's all connected. It's quite wonderful. So yeah, this is my suggestion for early to mid and even into the late game storage, because at this point I would definitely say I got 4,000 nether stars. I probably have a lot more than that I haven't converted from essence. I've got 1,000,000 copper ingots. It's like so much stuff. I've turned off the quarry, I've turned off the mob farm because I've got more than I need for everything. So yeah, that's my tip for storage in modded packs that have integrated dynamics, and these are all integrated. Well, maybe they are just integrated dynamics. I thought they were integrated tunnels. Okay, integrated tunnels adds these, yeah. Oh, I guess because the cable is integrated dynamics itself. These parts, yeah, let me break that. That still says integrated dynamics, so I guess because of the multi-part. But the individual parts are integrated tunnels. You need that mod. The omnidirectional that's integrated dynamics. That's base mod. So you just need tunnels for these parts. I think integrated crafting. Yeah, integrated crafting is another mod. That will add auto crafting. The auto crafting isn't too difficult to set up. It's just if you want to do fully programmed, really smart movement of items. Simple movement of items you can do with this mod pretty easily. And I can do some demonstrations of that in another video if you like. So there it is. That is the system I like, and I am Nonsanity. Take care, be good, and see you next time.